In today's world, trade is the largest of global markets supply chains, which includes competing brands, quality standards, movement of goods across borders, business regulations, cutting-edge skills and services. All these activities match up to make a difference. What is behind the headlines? What impact does it actually have on people's daily lives? How can we develop programs that will support countries to get ahead on trade? Trade activities are getting people to act on the agenda of improving trade globally. Agencies and development partners are supporting countries in their roadmaps for change. It's building strong foundations and helping governments bridge to more support. Business Focus takes a closer look at every step involved in the aspect of trade, from identifying, buying, selling, and distribution of goods and services to various parts of the world. Find out from the people themselves what is happening in the daily trading activities and how they go through the hurdles in achieving greatness, from the fields, factories, gardens, markets, and to the consumer.
Family, welcome again to another edition of Business Focus, where it comes to you from Star Television, Channel 21. And as we all know, the essence of this program, as we tell you earlier, now for bring the business entities, factories, you look at the banking sector, you look at various other things and stuff that happen in terms of business in the country. Well, today inside the program, we look at the banking sector, where now one where it play a very big role when you talk about the Sierra Leone economy. And we not look at another bank, where we look at one bank where over the years people have done look at one way viable, one way they make profits. But in just 3 years, as they say, where the managing director, where we talk to today, we not Dr. Ekundayo Walton Gilpin, where he take over at the end of the bank itself, it all overturned so many things where plenty people will say possible. Well, as we tell you earlier, we guest today inside the program now Dr. Ekundayo Walton Gilpin, where now the managing director for Rokel Commercial Bank. Doc, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, and glad for the air.
Okay. Well, Fabul, we'll go for a short music break. When we come back, we will continue with the program.
Welcome to Sierra Leone. Seriously surprising. The land of hidden treasures and the tourism gem of Africa.
We come on a salon. We come na England, but we don't run away. We come for better. We people they want for see what we they do. We
Fabo, welcome again to the program. Well, we can start the interview now proper. And, as we all know, Dr. Ekundayo Walton Gilpin will take over the reign of the Rokel Commercial Bank inside 2017. From that time to now, plenty of people will agree with me, say, so many things don't happen inside this particular bank, what we talk about, where it don't make so many people don't associate themselves with the bank itself. But the brain behind everything, as I tell you earlier, now Dr. Ekundayo Walton Gilpin, where we talk to today. Doc, once again, welcome.
Pambulem Onakushe, and welcome to you, Judge.
Okay. So, Doc, let me start in the first place. Let me look at one of Dr. Ekundayo Walton Gilpin. So many people, can feel say a Nigerian man. So many people can feel say this man a British man. So let me look at one of Dr. Gilpin today.
Well, thank you so much. This particular person, son of the soil, a saloon man, we born a saloon, go school in a saloon, grew up in a saloon. I eat bulgur, I eat cornmeal, I drink that white milk with them they give in a school. I go municipal school, I go government school, Prince of Wales, I go to our municipal, Prince of Wales, and I go University of Sierra Leone. So all medication we our starting now through the civil either municipality system or through the government system, and eventually I go to the main college of Medina Tende for big college. So now Sierra Leonean proper, and most of all now somebody we glad for make Sierra Leoneans happy, and for that we should say we as Sierra Leoneans we can have things done.
Okay, now another very important question I want for action: how you look at the banking sector? Let me look at the bank as a business entity itself.
Well, that's a very good question. The banking sector itself, of course, we main task and follow go able for keep money for people them, and then we use the money for intermediation and also create what we call a multiplier effect with the growing money. So it's like the banking sector is supposed for able for provide also services them to the people and we keep their money, financial services them. We'll go for give you access to loans, access to overdraft, also maybe give you other things that like safe deposits, also give you other things that like should I say knowledge or education help you for manage your finances better, and it's supposed to make the whole economy grow. So the sector it kind of tied to the economy, because the more successful the banking sector, therefore more money they go inside the economy, go round and round with people them. But this sector also a sector very important, because now like the backbone, the artery, of the financial process within the economy. You see, inside any economy, you get the overall, private sector, you get the public sector. So this one, the public sector, are mainly the government they own side. Private sector are mainly the households, the one they win are individuals, they do their own business. Well, inside the banking sector, you get some banks we owned by government, so we own partly by government, and so we owned by private sector, foreign and domestic residents them. So with all that in place, you see, say the sector itself get 14 up quite strongly, because then they manage the money more or less. The sector, of course, get Udaga for the watcher. Then the regulator. Then the central bank. When the mama for all the bank there. Okay. Then the Combra for all the bank there. Then you also get the Ministry of Finance. Then the fiscal. Then they do the government tax, government revenue, then the government expenditure. So that the fiscal side of things them. They say they overlook the banks them. The main one they own are government-owned banks them. So with all of this, you see the banking sector very, very, very important in doing this. One, you can't bring your money, you give the bank, say keep it for me. If they keep the money safe for you so that person will go to find owes, find out bona you no go lost them. Two, where you keep your money, the regulator therefore make sure say the bank with the holy money is strong. So no will collapse tomorrow. So they put in place particular indicators them. That now the performance criteria in a way you for perform the level way for reach, if they watch them every day, everyone the central bank they watch them. For make sure say the bank there, the sector remain strong and resilient. Thirdly, we don't put in money there. The bank can look around people and we need money for the business. They can ask for lend this money. So the bank will assess them people there for say yes, you're able for lend this money here, you're able for do business, you're able for pull back. So the bank they give out loans really for them personal pay. So we give them money to that person now, if they go use that, you do something. we use now for do something, you can employ other people them with that money. If a business they do, and that money we use now, it will go round and round and round. We employ them people in day, they pay them salary. From that salary day, then they cut tax. That tax the government they get them. Government use that tax now for begin for make the roads, the hospitals, the schools, for give people a better social life in the economy. So you see how the bank they help for push things in within the economy. So the banking sector really, really resilient, really careful be resilient and important inside any economy. So having said that, I will say it without much doubt at all that if the banking sector get problem, the country get problem. So the banking sector, they try to let it be strong so that the country will get this kind of economic problem will go lead to disaster. But rather, it will get a strong banking sector who will give prosperity and hope and help business for grow inside the economy, and it will lead to what we call overall economic development.
Okay. Well, Doc, let me look at the banking sector. For the past, let's say, let me look at, let me take them back, 10 years back to now, how the banking sector be there, from 10 years back to the date of today. What will they talk?
Well, ideally, the banking sector is made up of different banks, them. We call them key players, okay? And the banking sector will be made up of some players that will come in, they set up shop now, then some they will be in a salon already, when they also then be able to set up shop. But ideally, most of the thing in the bank may be a lot of paperwork. And you get for work into the bank, you go check your balance, 10 hours, then they do that day. You work in the bank, you can't withdraw your money. You work inside the bank for can't ask for your bank statement. And all that thing they being very sometimes tiresome for people them. So over time now, the sector they change small. One thing where they look at is that most of the transactions that they do, then for able to do them on your phone, if you're able to do them on your computer, if you're able to do them without not enter even a bank. So that what they try for do now. But mainly the transition has been rather slow. That's alone. So people don't understand, say, this go on a line, go from long line a bank, wait for long hours. You can able to avoid that day if you're able to get your money from your phone through agents, or you go inside any branch where you get a particular table logo day for the one day where they take money from their phone. Secondly, for check your balance. You know, till now somebody can a bank only for checking balance. If you get on your phone, you get the application to your phone. They get access to your account on your phone. You just go on your phone, you press the application, you ask for balance, they show you one time. Either you get an SMS alert or you see on one time through that display on your screen. So the banks, they change, they move from that traditional way of banking to a more aggressive and modern way. That's what the banks they don't do. Before people, they see that in bank office, they wait for the customer come meet them. That was very customary, especially with the local banks then. But now we see what the banks can count aggression. Because you get for go for fend that customer, for fend that money there. So the bank sector don't change over the past 10 years now. We go out there for meet the market. You see, the other thing is that the people that will fit for their account in this country, they're boku, but only 20-something% of the number they get account. So for example, if you take 10 people that will fit for their account, only about 2 to 3 people in that number get accounts. The 7 or 8 people in they don't get accounts. So all that number they follow the banks and go find them for their accounts. Now here's the catch. Someone can talk say, if I put money there, it they not do how I go save. But you get for begin somewhere for try for grow your investment, try for grow your money. So small, and so you go make them. Okay. So over time, the sector has changed rapidly from being a very dormant sector to slightly more aggressive sector. And also with the GE mobile application now, customer they get the access to your account on your phone. You they buy Edsel on your phone. You top up you Orange Africell on your phone. You they do Orange Money Wallet on your phone. So many things that you can do them on your phone. That the banking sector don't go over the past 10 years.
Okay. Well, Family is still with the program Business Focus, and as I tell you earlier, that's not the voice of Dr. Ekundayo Walton Gilpin. We na the managing director for Rokel Commercial Bank. We na a local bank, Sierra Leonean bank, you know, partially owned by government and you know other stakeholders themselves. We they feel safe for come and try for help and boost the country economy. Well, Doc, let me look at you come one na Rokel Commercial Bank. You know, when we can Rokel Commercial Bank, what are some of the challenges where you may meet that you know in terms of customer satisfaction and so many other things and stuff where you become a meet. So then we'll talk about into this more.
Well, when I came to the bank, it was like I not being really realize the potential of the bank get as a customer, because mainly this was not marketed to me. I don't mean get anybody who show me say this bank get this caliber possibilities then. What we saw was a bank where, they go down. We saw a bank where the staff themselves them be demoralized. We saw a bank where the customer themselves not being to get belief anymore in the bank. We saw a bank where the other banks that we come, mainly the banks who come from overseas come, then we don't tap up on this bank, then we did before pass this bank. And we say a bank where you get over almost 100 years at this bank, this country, from Barclays Bank to Rokel Bank. And I said to myself, this can't be right. Something must be wrong right here. Because we saw the bank tin up at Shaka Stephen Street. It is the center of the business district. In fact, the center of the central business district. That is the bank tin up. You know what we call prime real estate. That means say the price of that area, if you will get for seller building, how much it will cost. But the fact that it dey on, that means say you get potential for get significant business. Significant business. So when you see all that, you see the bank was looking weak. I say, oh no, we have to do something about this. Then staff with there also, then get possibility, but they all don't lose hope. They were feeling sad and down. The majority of the staff then feel like, well, they would not be feel proud for God and say, I work in this bank. Now, when I came on here, I feel say, okay, I got two things to do right now. One, we're in the competition with banks and we come out, so they come with their own skill sets, they come with their own ideology, they come with their own aggression. And two, we are Sierra Leoneans. Now, listen, if we are Sierra Leoneans, so CWSF say we can do something, we not CWSF say we can fortify WSF, then we know we get respect from the one they will not to Sierra Leoneans. They constantly laugh at us and talk down on us. So we get to raise up with game and show that we can earn our regard. And then one thing I say to myself, if I come here and have a chance, I'm going to make sure Sierra Leoneans are proud, Sierra Leoneans and say we can do it, and we will do it. And so when I come, I start for me to the people, I notice confidence levels were low, perception of the institution was low, staff morale was low. So I thought I got to turn all this around. But you look, the capacity inside the organization, and one thing, but the human, they're safe. We got a capacity there. If you strengthen them, that's not the strongest base of an institution. So I knew that one, I started to work towards that. Another thing which I've been really so for doing, for just change the look and feel of the bank. It's an old building. It looked run down, sad, and sorry. It looked like it was bent under its own weight of defeat. I said, no, man, we can't have this and be like this. So spend some time for make the bank look better. The old building, try to transform it and turn it around. I live in England for some years, and I don't say the England building, then the outside, some of them, they're not look nice. But if you enter the building, they're very modern, nice, and decent on the inside. So I thought, why wouldn't we do that right here, right now? And also, I realized, a lot of customers, then, they would elect this bank. And only the one that follow you go casual and show them, say, we don't serious, ready for do business, they'll come back. So went out there and start to put the bank in the face of the public. People then begin for say, this is our own bank. We don't begin for wake up. That they don't buy, begin for can't we? And it's something will not be easy. Because for change the mindset wasn't easy. So with that step, we begin for move the bank. Next thing, if we look at the figures, the prudentials, the level where the bank was supposed to forget, what I want target who will make, begin for structure operations in a logical, systematic manner, using sound financial, economic, mathematical, whatever kind of principles as a yardstick. Doing smart analysis, doing solvency testing, put research and development into the bank. So start to think this bank now like one bank that has a backbone and has a reason to take any step. You're not just a week and go like fall. Go all day, come back, then you close your books and go home. No. We're changing it. So this morning I wake, now this way I want for go. At the end of the day, now this figure I want for see. At the end of the day, now this ratio I want for get. At the end of that indicator I want for meet. And we begin for put in the structure in place. With that, people begin to understand, say, we have one road with a common road. The other thing when I thought, I said, we got to build a brand. Look, we're going to build a brand. Not only a bank, we want to have a brand. Because when I do overseas, you get something like Starbucks. The one that we done in America, England. It's an American company, a coffee company, Starbucks. Anytime you get business, especially in America, person come out of state, it cannot your own state. You see a cup, Starbucks cup. They ask you, who's I buy? You want to go buy Starbucks because it was a brand image. It left an impression in their mind. They know I'm expecting particular level of quality, particular level of service delivery, and I want it from Starbucks. So that's why they go there and then get down there. So we begin to say, let us have a brand image. So we go out there, everybody say, well, you're going to RC Bank, this we expect from it. Again, it's not always easy because why? Change brings about resistance sometimes. Whilst it's very good change, it brings about a lot of futuristic things, modern things, and a better culture. The one that used to the old way can kick against them. So over the years, the past 3 years, we've been doing just that. Got a good response from the public. And one thing I do always, I say, I pray a lot. So you have good prayers and hard work, then you got a lethal combination right there. And that's how we went about it, using sound fundamentals, motivating people, sending staff on training, making staff feel valued, giving rewards to staff, looking for best this, best that. Just make staff feel that they are appreciated. By so doing, they'll work harder and harder. Then the customers also feel they are valued. By so doing, they will come with more cash. Then the shareholders, again, I repeat, the shareholders, both the prudential and also the private shareholders, let them believe that let them know that their money is getting a value for them. And they begin to look at that. So gradually, the picture begins to change. But years back, I'm going to work on a consultancy with the MFN. I did one country where the then resident rep was from Rwanda. But once I go to my office and he asked me, he said, "What do you know about Rwanda?" I said, "It's doing good." He said, "No, prior to that." And he said, "It was war." He said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm telling you this for your country." He said, "Rwanda was known for war. But now we've changed the storyline. And now we are known for a country of innovation, progress, productivity and creativity. So go and change your storyline." And that's one thing that left in my mind. Apart from the fact that I always feel, say, God, give me a chance. I'll do my best. I pray God. I'll do my best. But I want all Australians to know that we can do it. We have to do it. And we have to stop majoring in minors. Because if you look at things, even at minor things, they focus on one a day, then you never get it right. You see, for me, I say, whilst others are sleeping, I am reading. Other man, they kongosa, I design. Other man, they go out and check, I implement. So when you wake in the morning, you see, say, I don't clear all these places. Where also I come out from. But because I want to major in major. I don't want to major in minors. And by majoring in a minor, you become mediocre. And you're comfortable in being mediocre, then you go left. And we got one thing at life. So I think Cities Bank, using the economic knowledge, the banking knowledge, the financial knowledge, all the kind of knowledge we will get, put together all the stuff done at this bank, all the years of expertise with them longer in banking. So, Mando, if you put all the years, you add them together, you don't pass 500-600 years of knowledge when I get there. So bring all that together, get the right leadership, push the bank forward, and make us proud. So, in essence, that happened over the past 3 years.
Okay. Fabul is still with the program, and as we all know, say. The man today they talk to, exactly what they talk about, and I don't feel. So, in a lecture, it just give you. So if you're out there, you watch the program, you say, yourself, what they take 1 or 2 jots them, and, for make and spice up the day. Well, Dr. Let me come back to you. So many times, some people can say, they wonder how banks they make money, how banks they make profits, because now just you count your money. If you count 200,000, you can we come back. We ready for that same 200,000. Now you come back and take and go. So let we know today, like how them banks they make money. You don't begin talking initially, but let we go for the try for deeping. Let we know like how banks they make money and how people themselves whether they can left their money, how it is somehow essential to the bank itself.
Oh, thank you so much. Bank is about money, about for us to make money. You say if we save you money for log interest, you will count for lent money for pay interest and so on and so forth. Listen, it's mainly about creating credit through intermediation. That is one of the primary things that the banks are there for do. So you can't bring you money, you give me, I give small tip and tap because why I'm keeping your money for you because I'm going to use it for something else, but use it in a sensible way. The primary thing what they use that for invest and for lent, so the money go grow. So when I lent, where you can be giving money to me, go to call it net interest margin. All right, that is show difference between the deposit lending and the lending rate. So when you look at net interest margin, I want to the banks to look at how wide is the spread on the NIM, and from there they begin to make money. Secondly, when you do transactions for people, they charge commission, small commission here and there. They get that over time. They back they get money. The bank will take the money back there and go invest them. They invest them in treasury bills or they invest them overseas somewhere. They back they get money. So all these small they also put together. Then they help for being the big money for the bank. When the bank does something for you back, they charge you again service fee, administration fee, facility fee, then small charges, and they all come together. Now the bank they make money. But ideally the first money they come from the customer then deposits. When they deposit the money, left and give you, the bank they believe say that man can take only money one time. So if you give me 100,000 as a bank for the whole and for you, I know the things they can take 100,000 tomorrow. On average, I seem to can take me 50,000 first. So the balance 50,000 they lend and give Abdul. Well, Abdul take I get for pay me interest for that 50,000 day. All right, so I get 100,000 for you, then I get 50,000 where Abdul get for pay me. So Abdul they pay interest for that 50,000 day. When we say they pay interest by 100,000. So the difference between what they give Abdul they give me now the profit and So I know now say other person can put another money to me. You know, can take all one time. That's the assumption. At the same time, the regulator self say can't keep somebody money to me. So any problem we get and they as reserve. And the photo will get reserve back again. So many you think the way they use for check the bank to make sure say the bank not go reckless. So the regulators and they for that day. And so the money we give is safe. We they lend Abdullah money, we'll make sure say Abdul we don't do all the checks per them. So you will likely pay this money back. They'll go through the call back the probability of default. ID assess that day. Get different methodology for do that. One is called the Ando Modiglani methodology for calculate probability of default. So for say, if I give out 100 million, with that probability say, then all the people never get 1 million say, how much of them go default? That means how much of them not go pay. So at the estimate that day, can they look back the sector that we need money, sector that we back with something, then they pay. So I make me informed decision on that day. Then look at the customer there again, how they turn. You do profiling on the customer. You as they know how they give the money out and how they receive the money back and how they get interest on that money there. Also, you look at the investment possibilities, the investment streams them. Who say I'll go put this money, we'll get interest for the bank. Your bottom line. So before that day, they assume say at the carry what I call a what if scenario. Okay, I do a stress test scenario. I think that all this I get. They expect this interest pan this, the exchange rate if na foreign thing pan this, so on and so forth. So they assume what if there's a movement in interest rate adversely? How it go impact me? And what are the limit I go able for take? They are doing my analysis. Maybe I do variance covariance analysis that for see waiting at the largest possible amount we go come if there is a shift in me fortunes or in the economy in itself. At the same time, I look at how much I will get if I take this, that step. So now so the bank they make money, but you get for analyze you and put parameters in place for check. Then the key thing about the bank again, that the operational system. Okay, you get your policies, you get your governance code, then you get the computerized system. They're important. Make sure say all the things that we get for do, then direct debit we get for pay, then commission we get for charge, this we get for charge price, deposit, everything is programmed into the system. The customer self get access to the system through in account, through in phone, through in computer. So you forget a strong system where they up maybe 99% of the time it's up and running. So we begin doing international transactions with your Visa card, your MasterCard, your debit card, all the connected system we're alive and running. So these are some of the things that will bring money to the bank. Where you use the Visa card, you get credit. Do the agency banking, you get credit. Take money, the bank gets more money. Take money through maybe an intermediary, the bank get money there. If the bank acts as an arranger for a consortium of banks for syndicate something, the bank get money there. So they get money from small thing them. Some men are big, no money, but many small transactions them. That's the way the bank makes its profit. And you get for watch that profit line there because you don't say na so and so on for let this particular transaction go. Constantly they watch out. What help you for do that now? Good computerized systems. So the computerized system we cannot ignore that day. Then you also look at particular things also about your operations. Look at your operational cost. Look at the depth of your institution. Look at the your asset ratios them. Look at your cost income ratios them. All these kind of things they look at on a regular basis. That is how you make money, you watch your money, you preserve your money, and you try to make your money grow.
Okay. Fumble, let me go in quick for a short break. When we come back, the program will continue.
that wisdom inspires. One with a sea that never dies. Ever we seek to honor thy name. For us is the labor, time to fame. We pray that no harm on the children may fall.
Fabu, welcome again to the program, and we're still with Dr. Ekundayo Walton Gilpin, Managing Director, Rokel Commercial Bank, and today basically we will look at the banking world, and we will look at some of the transactions and things and stuff where they happen inside the bank, how the bank they make profit, una self they can't keep una money, how una they make una own profit, you where they come and take loan at the bank, how you able for come give the bank back, and how the government or the country in economy they run, and how they self they make their offer profit for they be able for move the economy go before. Doc, let we look at Rokel Bank as an entity where so many people will agree with me when they watch the program say now one bank where don't make so much improvement when it comes into customer satisfaction, expansion, especially in the area of financial inclusion. When you come go into the provinces, the likes of Bond, Kenema, the likes of Kailaun, Pujon, all that side, and when I know the church Afaf. Now, let me look at financial inclusion in the bank. When you come up with this idea, say now not only inside Freetown, people have for enjoy banking facility, not only inside Freetown for the keep people their money, but let we come on our comfort zone, go as far as Boundary, we don't pass over 40-something years with banking business commodity. Let me look at why you come up some of the things here.
Yeah, thank you ever so much. As I said to you earlier on, I mean, this country, we need for work on them as Sierra Leoneans. We need to build it up. And if you look at the way banking been going at this country, it was really relaxed and really, cursory, and it was very casual, more or less. So there was no see that energy there for push this particular thing, and the potential exists. So what do we think that the bank say, look here, we get for take services and products and go out there, let people be able to understand what it means. So the first driver will come with now the financial literacy campaign. That's the bank we say, go around different institutions them and lecture them on financial literacy. And financial literacy now the ability for them to utilize the skill sets for make sound financial decisions over time. And this is the help you for letting you go able for make better decisions leading on to retirement. So by so doing, we go begin for lecture people them on simple things like how for saving money, what is an interest rate, what's compound interest rate, what is annualized interest rate, also what is deposits, what is credit card, what is debit card, what are the different type of accounts you can go, what are the best choice way you can make for saving money, how you can invest your money in business, why business is failed. All that things that we go out there as a bank, we do them. Nobody knows ask you about this as a responsibility. Next we say, okay, financial inclusion. What is financial inclusion? Now allowing access to the public of the financial products and services where the sector they provide. That is the inclusion. Allowing the access to her. Now, you get people who can be voluntarily excluded. People will be involuntarily excluded. So most of them they're out of freedom. So either the road bad, forget it's difficult. We say no, we're not Sierra Leoneans. If you get this sabi, let go get you out for the one. But they don't get money now. They go start basic. We don't know tomorrow how the country go or how the individual go. Let's go out there and look for them. Can I begin take you for move out of we comfort zone, we air conditioned zone, we side away out in the camp, we go out in the village, out across the water, out on the bad roads. Contract cannot travel on, but they all can at. After which now for sleep. But I say it's national service. I got to do it. And we go for make sure say when you make the effort, at least some people then go able to get something better out of it. As a consequence, we start to push and push and push. And that's carry go. We go as far as Falaba, we go as far as Mongo, we go as far as Bomf, we go beyond Pujaun, we don't go beyond even Lunge, we don't go to the most remote area. See Lunge, I finish airport no more, all within a bad road. We go there, you try for see how we can connect to a customer base them. And when we don't do this now, we need now to get connectivity. So forget the type of service where you're able to get good internet or you're able to get good should I say network connectivity. So to everybody go get network. Not to everybody go get internet. But at least if you get your phone with ordinary network, you will get through SMS. So we did that and we'll build up that base. Now this hunger in the Pawi, The hunger for see growth in the banking sector. The hunger for see Sierra Leoneans them coming out strong. Hunger for Sierra Leoneans leading in our own country. You see, growing up as a young boy, we get many Sierra Leonean businesses them. But today, as a big man, I know they see that again.
Yeah.
I know they see that again. Most people live from hand to mouth. But when they see some other business where they ask, we want to be Sierra Leonean and get them. Then still today, still strong. You know, let me can always say one way I remember where I small, which today, the Red Lion Bakery. Then try. One time a day, tell like you one lock, but it's still there around now. But the other big one, they see that again. Like the Fode Saeno, the Suma,
The Natco biscuits.
the Natco biscuits, you know, the James International, the trucks, them, and maybe they're there on a smaller scale. But we need to get them, young people, them, for come up again and get something who viable, long-lasting, and resilient. Another the banking sector, therefore, for encourage, for push them kind of thing in there. But also, as I always say, we need to make sure, say, what they give with credit, we do good analysis so that the loans are not going to go bad. So with that at the back of our mind, we reach out, do literacy campaigns, go there to do financial inclusion campaigns, and try to take the bank, like a small outfit safe, some side bank not been done there for ages. Then say, why you go there? Profit not the day. We know, maybe today profit not the day, but tomorrow it will grow. Because why would the effort make the people them become more independent, given access to finance, and then begin for able for start for turnover the money small. The other thing we do, look at the indicators them. So any indicators for the financial sector, compare them with the West Africa indicators them. For intermediation, we did low. For access to finance, we did low. For financial action points, we did low. For branch per 100,000 of population, we did low. Almost everything for the sub-Saharan Africa, we are low. Now, here's the catch. Most indicators of sub-Saharan Africa, and they're below normal LDC, that is this developing country average. So if you're below, the way they below, then you really below. So we got tired. You see, I always say this, there comes a time when you get tired of being tired. A time where you get fed up of being fed up. And when you get to that point, then you get to take some action. So for me, I got tired of being tired of seeing our country, the banking sector weak, people and just average and comfortable being there. No, we need to push some energy into yourself. And that is why we become so aggressive here. And at the same time, the public respond to it. Shareholders are happy, prudential shareholders are happy, the private shareholders are happy, the ordinary customer gladly for say, this is our bank. Begin for identify now with the bank. One thing we do again, we change the logo. People ask, why you change the logo? I'm thinking, yes, I was asked that even in the shareholders meeting. And I felt, look, the first logo wasn't eye-catching. It not appeared to be a financial institution logo. It appeared more like a Ministry of Tourism logo. And in order for able to forget the new nice logo, which was this one, it's about the most popular brand now in Sierra Leone. In fact, recently they do a brand survey of about 20 plus companies in Sierra Leone. And Rokel Bank was second to Orange. Even Africa will be there. You see, so that means that the brand image is going out there. We've got to keep it going. Because when you're moving on, others are trying to catch up with you, you have to make sure that you keep it going. So we push the brand, we push these products, we push the services. So we help for deepening financial inclusion. We help for deepening financial literacy. We help for deepening access to finance. We help for deepening financial access points. We help for make sure that we deepen wider intermediation. We help for make sure that we trigger the multiplier effect. Okay. We trigger what is called velocity. And most of all, we want for, in the overall sense, trigger overall economic growth.
Okay. So with all of this way you talk, make the bank begin realize some dividend?
Well, I guess so, because internally now, we put in place a mechanism for watch our bottom line, for watch our figures, begin for make sure we streamline our expenses and put in place a way for follow the money. So then in the beginning for build up. For build up. We'll move from like a profit of 1.5 billion to 50 billion within a year and a half. And then from there we'll be in the ascendancy. All our profit before tax have always been growing over the years, unprecedented, never before seen in RC Bank. It showed the potential we'll get a Sierra Leone entities for a push this country before.
Okay, Dr. Gilpin, let me look at una products we una they offer at the bank. Now one way plenty people can agree with me back say, you know, where it comes to una products they're really good, you know, because they cater for every sector now the society, cater for the students even picking self where they just born yesterday, you know, they cater for them, you know, cater for the bike man and the keke riders, so many people. Let me look at some of una products, especially the one way una they deal with the electronics banking system with the SIM Copper Plus.
Indeed,
let me look at some of them products there.
Okay, look, when I joined this bank, I realized there was no allegiance towards the technical side of things. And fintech is one area that's growing right now all over the world. So we thought, look, we need to have a mobile app where somebody can able for DNIOs, able for taking phone, making payments, watching balance, go collect money from an agent or some other branch, because they're looking for joint line again. So we give put together this particular product we call SIM Couple. Of course, now money, SIM, now SIM. All right. So first of all, they get a local name. People may not understand the reason why I had that name, because we get for contextualize the thing. In East Africa, the basic payment system is called M-Pesa. It's a local name. So why you guys want to be yourself name we not to you now and I get her. So we give the name SIM Couple. And we remain in for make this be the primary payment system in the country over the next few years. And what we're trying to do right now is to make the people know see the products then they. So we get this Keke account, we get Osusu account, we get Kumbra account, we get my T account, we get account for smart students with a gold swag account. All these then they. But those ones then accounts them when are the traditional accounts we can open. Each one get a own different quality where we allude to them. But for let you get on your phone access to all those accounts, let you get on your computer access to all those accounts, you buy your Ed top up, you link up to your Orange wallet, transfer money by Orange wallet through your phone, you top up your Orange phone, you check your balance, you check your loans, you set up your standing order, you stop standing order, you get your direct debit, all that at the access of your phone. Even Tango car, even your card, your debit card, you go log them in, use them for pay things them through your phone. That's where we're going. Now make you get Singapore. Recently, we had what we call a perception survey of our products and services. And 85% that's Singapore and Indelec. 85%. And it is the way to go. That's where we're going right now. So you see other banks and get their own. Yes, I know. But we got ours too. And we're pushing it. And for create time, it's not easy. It has some cost. It takes time. Because you get for make sure that it is secure. Make sure say in the crash. And it's strong, vibrant, and upgoing. So that's what we got right here. And that I want to do as a product and service. So part of financial inclusion, now making these products available to the customer once you don't get your account. You see, you will say, okay, so man they exclude itself from the financial ecosystem because why? You send money from for overseas. So you know business say I don't save it and they send for me. But maybe I say one day maybe that money they when they send go stop for camp. Like COVID cancer man stop for work overseas, stop for send money. Two, remember say you always want for lay the able pamposing. You know want for lay able for do for yourself. You see, somebody know everything they call you bra. I can ask say who's telling you go bra? Why make everything call me bra? You say for try bra. So getting an account, trying away for make your business, it helps. That's the way for think about. All the people with the kind of salon for can do business. You think it's crazy? Can I make money now? Well, what about your money now? How long you go left the opportunities them just there for grumble, moan and moan no more? You see, I believe say we need as a banking sector for strengthening the possibilities for help the business environment. We need a business environment who go also responsible enough for do good business and pay back to the banking sector whatever is lent out to you. That way, we get what we call the bank sovereign interdependence. There's a positive circularity, and it is a positive cycle of giving loans, paying back and doing business. That would be the trigger inside the economy, what in the banking sector one for let we do, that now for trigger opportunities them through intermediation, trigger the multiplier effect, and also most of all, we trigger sound economic growth, a stable one. So you may ask the question, say, okay, if there are so many people that will not get accounts, all right, like I say, 70% of the bankable population is not banked. What are you doing about it? I will say it's our duty for continue knocking at the doors of people. So man can feel say, maybe I did work but my salary not do. What have I put in a bank? Or I put in a bank, I get a long line for go wait for that take this money. Or I put in a bank, I'm afraid say one day the bank will lock, then go to money. I put in a bank, I'm afraid say one day they can't seize my account. Many things that nobody cause people for be afraid. What do me go assure you for say is that, listen, if you're bringing money to the bank, the chances that anything will happen, they're slim. All right? Not saying it will not happen, but the possibility is that it's slim. So you will still come. If you say because person they crash in a plane, or get accident in motorcar, you no go ever go inside motorcar, or you no go ever go inside plane, you will still go because you want to get to your end game. You want to get to your end destination. So not because you always say one bank may lock today, all money goes after you won't bring your money to the bank again. The benefits people don't make out of bank. Loans will then get them for set up big business and big apartment blocks them, big factories them. Now bank get them money then and they paid back. So look at the success as opposed to the one that we fail. And look at the risks. And I make you also do analysis for see the potential possibility of a default or a crash. We look at that and they go say, okay, the possibility there, it's slim, I will take that risk. I'll come and open an account and I grow myself financially.
Okay. Fumble is still with the program Business Focus, and we're still with Dr. Ekundayo Walton Gilpin, Managing Director, Rokel Commercial Bank. And we don't dilate on so many things. Now we go come look at some of the successes where the bank don't be able to gain over the years. Now we look at in success stories and the awards and stuff where they don't get. As we know, say as recently on the 27th of April, 2021, on Independence Day, there be His Excellency the President, because of some of the things that we don't see they do. Now this particular bank, and apart from the banking business, you get other things that we they do, motivation and plenty things that we they do for serve Sierra Leoneans be able to make the award them as commander of the order of the Rokel. We and also not forgetting an ambassador. We go show that certificate. Doc, let me look at some of your success stories now the bank since you take over 2017. Awards in every week or every month. You must get 1 or 2 awards every they come. As recently as yesterday also, you don't get another one where you just jet in. And other ones 7 days I would back where if I come. So with all of this, they show say you don't do well at the banks. But now we look at some of the things where you don't can put in place. The success stories that will make you to get some of the awards here.
Well, thank you so much, and want to give God all the praise for these awards, and I thank God also that over the years, hard work has been recognized. When His Excellency the President in give me the award myself. I'm a chairman, on the Independence Day, make me commander of the order of the Rokel. That is phenomenal. Thank you, Mr. President. We praise God for that, and we thank the whole people of Sierra Leone. Again, I dedicate that award to God, and most of all to the customers, management staff of Rokel Commercial Bank. My family also, I give them all the praise for standing there with me and also for praying with me throughout this period of time. But listen, now, the awards they're monumental. Okay, they are phenomenal, and most of them are overseas awards. The award we got yesterday is from the International Achievers Center in Canada, Montreal, Canada, and it was massive for them to contact me, put me through the grind, interview me, send me questionnaires, fill out the forms. Eventually, they said, send us your CV, and we're now at the final stage. And then they said, you won the International Business Leader 2021. For the category of business and enterprise and financial service and stuff like that. For me, that was really great, not for me, but as a Sierra Leonean, because you see, Sierra Leone is perceived as a destination where everybody is the backward and stuff like that. If you stand up for people and we become the face of Sierra Leone, we'll make Sierra Leoneans proud, and people will get more interest in Sierra Leone. So I tell God, thank you for the awards today. I get one from Oxford, we don't get one from Austria, we don't get from America, we don't get local awards them, several awards. And this is an indication that we're doing good. People in the city, and some awards in this we're not able to take them because overseas and for take them, so we don't go. So this is going to the bank. The bank is a unit of many people. Each and every staff, from the least to the highest in this bank, is putting an effort together to make this happen, because no one can sit down and do it. All I give is leadership. And I get a mental philosophy here. I get a mantra. I say one thing is that, I tell my staff, I say achievers never quit and quitters never achieve. So once you think of quitting, you ain't going to achieve. Show me somebody who's stagnant, somebody who's not achieving. I put this in my mind of my staff. I say, they say don't build your castles in the sky. I would say build your castles in the sky. If you do that, put pillars under them, for that is where your castle is supposed to be. And also make yourself be your standard. Don't try to be an imperfect imitation of someone else. Be sure that you wake up in the morning with a smile on your face. Look, if you cannot change the environment, change your reaction in response to the environment. These are things we keep on pushing you. Remember to pray harder and work harder and work harder. Those two will give you a lot of energy. So with all of this, the awards keep coming. The figures are showing themselves, and the bank is known and it's going to get better by God's grace. And we believe so when it gets better, Sierra Leone, they also get better. So we encourage every Sierra Leonean, whatever corner you're at, whatever business you do, whether you roll for play, let not well. Don't make, let build. Because why? We build for the next generation, and for we own legacy will be left behind. Remember, when you go out of this country, you're still as a Sierra Leonean. If you come also, you get by that for whatever, where you go, you put your passport. You no one knows tribe you build, whose part of the country come out, whose language you talk, in a Sierra Leonean. If they're not like Sierra Leoneans, they're not going to like you. If they're like Sierra Leoneans, they're going to like you. How they go like Sierra Leoneans? By us building our country. By also making the country better. When a Rwandese go out to put in Rwanda passport, you know, this post here, you don't come from away. You get good country, some country will go back there. You know what? Mind if you're not Tutsi or Hutu, you see you as a Rwandese. So we'll come out, a lot of knows that the same thing will go overseas. We left the country, even in the sub-region. You are seen as a Sierra Leonean to build a country. We didn't move for build this bank, build the sector. They try for pitch this bank at higher places. The awards keep coming in. Dedicate the awards to our customer base, to our shareholders, to the bank. Let you know it is your award because this is your bank, a bank of the people, by the people, and for the people.
Okay, Fumble, you still on the program, and as you done the reform, the discussions where we done to go through. Well, that's the Dr. Ekundayo Walton Gilpin. You know, he don't say so much about you know, how the banks they make profits, how you safely they can keep your money, how you they make your small profit, and how it fine for like they keep your money in a bank. Because trust me, if I catch for that also so I go left that money. Remember Susan's be waiting happen there. You know, this BNT away fire catch this some man they are like, hey, I've not left 10 million, 20 million all Lombard, you know, something like that. So it's nice for like bring the money in the bank. You know, no member say because one bank we don't carry on away with the money. Local commercial bank, na Salon Bank. This bank then they able on away go no side. If you able on away, this bank then on away. So he always there with we, and you know it's necessary for us we come and bank with them. So Doc, as we try for wrap up this interview now, let me look at some other key things where you know plenty people or plenty Sierra Leoneans as you always say, you know, Sierra Leoneans we not keep believing in ourselves. You know, now time now for let we able for believe in ourselves and try for do the necessary things we're gonna make the country go before. You know, in just few words, what you go on for say to Sierra Leoneans where then you always feel say salon business, you know, not a better business. Salon business, not for put faith in them. What you go on for telling people in it.
You see what I say, you don't miss what you don't know. You see, if you don't know success, then you may not miss it. But there are times when you can conceptualize something. If you don't already say, me, Nasoadi, me, I don't be able to do this. Me, I'm your time, so you don't defeat yourself initially outright. You see, if you get an inferiority complex, you will grow and you will always have inferior things. Let me get inferiority complex. So first of all, believe in yourself, like in a salon person. No, say this here, so we go try. With the push them, do not take no for an answer. And not say, na so blandua. Well, you know how the way I blandua and not the work. Look, some years back, I came home on a mission. I don't mean the tongue, I came with this mission. I remember Common Secretariat or whatever. So we go to one of the office them. Then they tell me there was an Australian said we may come on this mission. So we come and they tell the person at the office, say, this method we use for calculating TR, so it is wrong. You understand? Now the guy say, na so blandua na ya. And the Australian say, but it is not right. He said, but na so blandua na ya. And the Australian tell us, say, look outside the window. Look outside the window. You know what he tell her? Outside the window be chaka. The number salon no more. He say, see how una cut it down because of how una blanduam, now make the place stand so. So I begin call that guy now, look outside the window, the saloon boy, the laugher. Look outside the window. So, you know, this Australian had seen the place as backward. They try for help you, so you go put your eye down and do things properly. They say, so blandua. So the resultant effect is chaos, lack of progress, backwardness, lethargy. So first of all, let us know say we get forget a very positive outlook to life as Sierra Leoneans. We get for like we self, we get for like we country. Also, we get for understand say we can make a change in this place. We can do it. And that will be able to make it happen. Look at this bank here, so with them, if you say all the government banks in London. Today, we push them, we fight them, we struggle. It's not easy, but because we get that spirit in us for push them, we're able to deal with it today. And we can continue for push them, they never go back again. Similarly, in every sector. You see, the economy is made up of different sectors. That's like I tell you. You get the private sector, you get the public sector, you get the household sector. Each one, they operate inside the overall economy, inside the overall macroeconomy. All right? So even inside the household, if you not believe in yourself, and household go continue for the down. Believe in yourself, you go in for build up small. You put that spirit inside the picking. Last but not least, I always talk about the Kaizen philosophy. I love the Kaizen philosophy. It's a Japanese philosophy. We say every generation for being incrementally better than the next generation. So when we can't work at this bank, because me not make a mobile app, I don't get access to my account on my phone. If I make sure say I left the legacy day, so my picking self go get access to that day. Where in can now, waiting go mother in your own day, you go say go put that day so that your picking go get one step before. If me work I go school barefoot, me picking for a shoes for go school. If me wear shoes for go school, I work me not picking for ride motorbike for go school. Then the motorbike, you picking for ride motorcar, till begin fly helicopter, literally, figuratively. So every generation for be incrementally better. And now one thing I will tell Carolinians them. When we look today, say today, what they say yesterday better pass today. But that is so bad. Today for be better pass yesterday. And then they want for build up now. And really, you know, go easy. But I believe say we can do them. We don't begin doing at the banking sector, small. Other sectors safe, under safety cam. Household are the most strongest sector in this country. People then they go and build outside, they sell outside, they ride motorbike outside, they park outside. Now the individuals then they actually cause a problem there. So me want go make a nice bank now at one junction. They go begin cook before the place, begin sell all kinds of things before the place, make the place dirty. How foreign customer will can they? Obviously, the whole country is shambolic. But if you begin for mixing, we declare the place fine, we don't sell under they sell, we don't cook under they cook, if foreigner they can, they see a sensible country. They respect the people of Sierra Leone because why we don't under respect they. So to me, fumble them, the company Sierra Leoneans them, me appeal to we in that they will try for make the country fine, for build up the country. So when we look out the window, we see sense, sanity, progress, success day. So nobody no can tell you say, look outside the window, follow with shame. But look outside the window, follow up, give us a pat on the back and say, yes, Sierra Leoneans them, we've done something good. So that's again for City Sierra Leoneans them. Let's keep pushing for we can do it.
Well, Doc, lastly, I'm not going to go if I not ask you this question. How your relationship with other banks? How they work with other banks?
It's fantastic. We get very healthy competition in the sector. The banks that we link each other. We can call ourselves over the phone, have a chat if need be. There's a problem, check on how's the problem going. So we have a good relationship. It's a very healthy competition. That is good for the sector. Very healthy competition.
Okay.
One bank we don't tell me say, "We're not trying no more. Anything not do with the farm market owner." So we don't mind. That means say we create the other one in farm marketer.
Okay.
There are many things that are happening now when I will starter.
The way forward for Rokel Bank in the next, let's say, 1 or 2 years.
It is simply to continue on the path of technology, on the path of digital space, on the path of cashless banking. That is primarily the way forward. And strengthen the pillars, strengthen the fundamentals, and go with fintech. I believe that's the way we need for go. Look at all this cash problem. If you get good systems in place, where we pay electronically, it will reduce the need for cash. The last time when I went to the UK, I was there for almost a month. I only used cash one time. So almost like 2 months, I used my card, I used my phone. Then at UK, let not go far. Go even like some other African countries then. Kenya. Go down further South Africa. Cash go there, but a lot of evidence towards using digital space with your phone. I go back me here for able to take my phone, I pay the man. I take a keke account of take my phone, I pay the keke driver. I go eat restaurant, take my phone, I pay. Or I take card, I pay. It's very, very common. It's not recreating or reinventing the wheel. These are things, it's not rocket science. The things are there. Just follow, utilize them, implement and utilize them. So I think that's the way we get for go. That's the way that the sector get for go. And that's the way the banking sector get for go. And one for hold this bank here strong. One for make a big headway in the economy and push the bank forward. Because why again? It's your bank for the people, by the people, and of the people.
Your assurance to the stakeholders, shareholders, and the government, the people of Sierra Leone.
We're going to try to do better than our best. We're going to try to keep up the momentum. By God's grace, we're going to go places. That's my assurance to you, with God's grace.
Okay. Well, Fumble, now so we will come to the end of the interview. The man today we get now Dr. Ekundayo Walton Gilpin. We say plenty thank you to him. But before that, we go and check the business, foreign exchange rate. Let me tell you now what's they happen presently, how you go out for what change your dollar, almost and go change it for you. If you want to go buy dollar, almost you go buy the euro, the pound, Let me go in for that, and we'll come back. We got to close the program.
We come now in
Okay, Fabo, welcome again to the program. And I believe say you don't watch that and you don't get that. Now that if you want to go change your dollar now, you don't know almost the change. If you want to go buy dollar for go do your business, you don't know now almost the BAM, the euro, the pound sterling, all you don't get. Well, Fumble, now so we will come to the end of the program. Say plenty to Dr. Ekundayo Walton Gilpin, Managing Director of Rokel Commercial Bank, where he will be the guest today at the program, and my camera operator, the man where they make it Siri, Samuel Kago, and also to my producers, Yesi Alloway and Leonora Jawara, and to the executive producer, we now Mr. Philip Neville. Make out the program to you, Mina George Elliot Sam, and I say Tata, God bless you, stay blessed, avoid trouble and trouble will avoid you. So till next week, Tata and God bless you.